That's okay. And we got more money from our federal grants. Right. Before I continue, I need to put down some utilities, which was the thing I forgot. Now, power station down, and capacitors. I'll put down 3 capacitors next to it. I know I'm going to need probably a minimum of 3. So, it's okay to kind of like... it's pretty much okay to just put them down straight away. I have enough money. Right, this needs to go down into the cell block. Bosh. And I suppose I could go like that. Large piping. Bang. Down we go. That's okay, I can go through there because I'm going to need it. Bang. Bang. I'm going to need some small pipes to connect up the large pipe to the toilets in the prison cells. Bang, 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 bang. Yep. And lastly there. Okay. I'm going to need to put some toilets and stuff in a minute. So, objects, toilets. Don't want to get too far ahead because if you put too many jobs up once, then the game has a tendency to lose frame rate. But we'll just do the toilets for the time being and the piping. Ah, blast. I need to go put a pipe in there now again. Utility, small pipe. There we go. And I keep clicking that by an accident. Anyway, this is what's happening. We have no power going there. I need to put some power to the bloody pipes. Push! Some objects need kind of like a dedicated power supply, so you have to wire them directly. Others, like the lights in here, like these little lights, don't need a dedicated power supply. So if you, let's say, run a wire along here, it will automatically just kind of, well, you know, it'll kind of connect it up and just work. There's kind of like, around each cable, like each individual cable, there's like an area of effect where it'll kind of just work. You know, certain smaller things around it will work. I'm going to quickly just make a little bit of wall there. I'll continue that around in a minute. I just want to leave it there for the time being. I never marked out the solitary or anything. So rooms, if you're going to rooms, you can mark out all the things we need to. So holding cell is going to be marked out there. Solitary, sorry. Bang, 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 bang. Cleaning cupboard. And I'll do the cells once I've got the walls up because it's quicker and easier to do it that way. But for now, I need to put some stuff inside and the holding cell for it to be an actual official holding cell. So, pop. That should be enough. Be okay. Yeah, that'll be alright. We won't really be using it, that's why I made it the bare minimum size. The security is still being researched. I need to research cleaning while I'm here and prison labour. They seem a little bit expensive, but they are necessary. Like cleaning is for hiring a janitors to keep everything nice and clean. If the prison isn't kept clean, then we will have issues. Prisoners get angry fairly quickly and then that causes riots. So we need to do things like that, and we need to have you know, prison labour just to help with the cleaning, because as I said, the cleaning cupboard, that allows us to hire assign prisoners in a sense to be able to go in there, and during the working hours that I will be setting up in a minute, they will go around and work. I might as well do it now while we're waiting. So first thing in the morning, they are going to shower, then eat, then they're going to need some free time to avoid their bladder and stuff, then I'm going to put them to work around the prison. Then I'm going to give them 2 hours of yard time. Actually no, I'm going to make them eat early. Free time and then 2 hours of yard time. Kinda late for the yard, but you know, it might be okay. Actually, you know what? I'll put the yard earlier in the day. And I'm gonna make that, actually leave that as free time. Gonna make it as work. Split the day up. Yeah, that'll be okay. That should seem okay. I'm gonna actually have to put in the yard marking out. Yard. That should be okay for a yard. Right, we have all the, what looks like all the toilets in place. Right, they're flashing with a thing, or with a drop symbol because they're not connected to water. So what's not connected to water here? Utilities? That's not attached. A couple of these electrical pipes aren't, or electrical cables aren't attached. Okay. Sometimes that happens where they can't do the job, but yeah, don't worry about it too much. I need to actually, I'll delete that temporarily so you can get access to the job. You can always rebuild it. Right. I need to put some beds inside in these cells. Individual cells cost a lot of money compared to, let's say, building just an open plan. But they are the way to go because they make it much easier to kind of detain people and things like that. No, that's not what I wanted. It's that direction I wanted. 3 bins to keep the place nice and clean. Alright. All these beds are coming in. Better mark that out actually, now that it's done. And rooms, I'll make that my storage area. It's a utilities kind of storage area. They're flashing because they're saying they need the objects that are in the other offices, so don't really worry about them too much. Staff. I could hire a foreman. I think I do need to hire the foreman. Yeah, I do, because otherwise they're not going to be researched. Deployment I'm going to need. That's all I really need for the time being. Stop flashing. All the beds are in, so I can start to get these cells kind of built up. I will be putting cell doors on these, so don't worry too much about me not putting them in right now. And the reason I'm doing it individually, not straight across, is it'll save some money by not doing the whole thing and then demolishing the wall just to put in a door. So there's a few little tips for you. Right now I need to get rid of the rest of it. So bang. It's just the planning, so don't worry about it. They'll still be building it. Right, I need objects. I need some jail doors. Actual jail doors. Not just normal doors. Oh, place that in the wrong place. And I'm not going to be putting one there. I'll tell you what I'm putting in there. Did I put materials down there? I did not. So materials have to go in there. Alright, I can mark out my jail cells right now. Jail cells. And jail cells. And up top you can see we have 0 prisoners in 19 cells. So we have 19 cells available. Right. Can you please finish the electricity? I might have to go a different route with it. Yeah, I probably will. Just go like that. Electric cables are quite cheap, so you can route them. It's not the neatest way of doing it, but you know, it's okay. I'm not going to freak out about it too much. Materials. Concrete wall. I was thinking actually of doing a concrete wall and a fence around the outside, but I think I'll just do 2 concrete walls. Should be enough. Oops. Yeah, the electric cables are now being installed, so we've got power to the jail cell. Or the cell block, as I should call it. Don't worry, I'm not going to do the whole thing. That was probably a mistake to put that there, but oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now. I'll do it in later on. Right now I'm going to have to start concentrating on this section. So the foundation for this is going to be quite large. And I find it's better to do foundations like this in one go and then mark them out when they're done, than to actually do individual bits, if you know what I mean. So when they get done building these walls, they'll go straight on to building that, I suppose, wings, or kind of building, I don't know what you call it. It's all going to be kind of attached together anyway. Oh, I forgot to put a door in the storage area. So staff door, we don't want anything getting too interrupted. I might have to move that door later, because I might be building something there. Then again, I might not. We'll see. We'll see. Haven't quite thought that far ahead yet. But we'll see. I do need to get rid of these trees though. Dump. 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 If you just dismantle the trees, they'll actually put them in your storage and clog up your storage. And the bad thing about clogging up your storage, which I'll tell you now in a minute, when I get it back around to it. The bad thing about clogging up your storage means then that your delivery area, this area here, gets clogged up, which means that trucks that are coming to deliver get clogged up. And sometimes the thing that you actually need urgently is at the back truck, so sometimes it doesn't work out. Come on, slow coaches. Build, dummy, build. Well, at least they're putting down the foundation now. It's a good sign. They're doing it pretty quickly too. I can hire more staff, more kind of builders and stuff, but there isn't really a need to. Sometimes I found when I've done kind of like sandbox mode, that's kind of what I call playing with the money cheat. There's kind of a way that you can manipulate the save file so you can get unlimited money, and that way you can just build anything you want. That's kind of what I call sandbox mode for just the building, and not having to focus on the management aspect, which is what we're doing here. We're focusing more build and manage and gain money and then build more. Whereas before, when I was just messing around, I kind of just did the money cheat to kind of, just to get a feel for the game and things like that. But when I was doing that, I'd have like 50 workers or something ludicrous like that, and sometimes the workers it's just because it's an alpha, it's not always the nearest worker does the job, it's what worker it had picked out at the time, and I never hired a chief. I keep forgetting to do that. I keep forgetting to hire them, otherwise the research doesn't work. And then when I look down to actually check how the research is going, I'm like, oh, I forgot to hire them. Right, that requires an entrance. How am I going to do the entrance? That's okay. Objects, door, staff door, that's visitation room, staff door, ordinary door, and ordinary door. Right. That is one big ass canteen.